We leave the Isle of Mull and take the short ferry crossing to the Ardnamurchan Peninsula. The area is named after either the point of the Great Seas or the height of the Great Headland, perhaps both. The ferry arrives at Kilcohen, and the most westerly point is marked by the Ardnamurchan Lighthouse, built in 1849 by the Stevenson family, and the only one in the world designed in an Egyptian style. The sea lanes were the motorways of the period, and the Lords of the Isles kept a castle here at Mingarry. Indeed, it was here that the last Lord of the Isles, John of Islay, knelt before James IV, who wore a coat of armour below his scarlet cloak. Stripped of his titles, John was to die in poverty in a Dundee lodging house, too poor to pay his last night's board and keep. His title remains with the British royal family to this day. This vast estate was once owned by Lord Trent of Boots the Chemist. The Scottish wildcat is now endangered with an estimated population in the country of less than 500. They are twice the size of a domestic cat and have roamed the Highlands for 2 million years, and are now our rarest mammal, once worshipped by the ancient Picts. Nearby, Glenborodale is dominated by a red sandstone Victorian Gothic castle, built in 1897 by Charles Rudd, a wealthy diamond magnate who helped create Rhodesia. The road then skirts along the loch to the village of Salem, passing through an ancient forest above the rocky shore. Here, the introduced non-native trees are being cleared to allow regeneration of this ancient oak woodland. Standing quite alone near the headland lie the ruins of Old Ardtornish Castle. The last MacDonald Lord of the Isles sent envoys from Ardtornish Castle to Westminster in February 1462. An agreement was reached to share the lands north of the Forth with Edward IV, and the resulting Treaty of Ardtornish and Westminster was the MacDonalds' greatest challenge to the Crown of Scotland, and their greatest mistake, for as a result they lost all lands and titles some 30 years later. These days, Ardtornish is a thriving 35,000-acre family-owned estate. The 25-acre gardens are open to the public and self-catering accommodation is offered in a number of cottages as well as apartments in the castle. Uniquely, Ardtornish also has its own information centre in the estate square, with a small shop. This first-class, all-round traditional Scottish sporting estate also offers stocking, woodcock shooting, as well as salmon and trout fishing. The ferry returns to Mull from here, or as an alternative you can head inland and catch another ferry at Corran,